Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Oh goodness, so much has happened these past 2 days, I don't even know how I feel anymore. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Just all of what has recently happened. Oh, just oh my goodness. Okay. First and foremost, I am getting over a cold, a sickness, something. I've had a sore throat, my nose has been stuffy, and now that I have a new septum piercing, it is really difficult to blow your nose. So, pardon the sniffles. My cat is like my child. I love her to death. I have always had cats in my life. When my parents moved into the home that I grew up in, I was 4. And we decided to get a pet. And we decided to get a cat and then another one. And they are still alive today. They're very old cats, but I have loved cats since I was that little. So when I moved out 3 years ago, I decided that I wanted a pet. Not only that, but I wanted a cat because they are lower maintenance compared to dogs as far as bathing. You don't have to take them outside, things like that. And I have anxiety, so when I hear things go like bump in the night, I freak out. I don't know what it is. So having a cat, even though I know that she is sitting next to me, I go, oh, it's just the cat. And I calm down. I feel so much better. My anxiety is lower. Well, I got this cat from a lady in a Target parking lot. I got her off Craigslist. We met at Target. I paid 20 bucks for her. And we got this little black kitten. If I can find some pictures, I will put them in. She was the cutest thing ever. I was so happy that I had her. I decided that I was going to, take care of her properly, get her the shots that she needs. And then some. My boyfriend has had cats who have died from feline leukemia, and I was not going to put him through that again. And my parents' cats get the vaccination for it, so I decided to go ahead and get her on that. All of her legally required vaccinations, and I go through a local pet store because they are cheaper than going to a normal vet, because you don't have to pay for the vet on staff at the pet store to see your pet, to see your cat. And they have clinics where you can go in and you can just sit in line, say, these are the shots that I need, this is my pet. They have you on record, and your pet gets up-to-date shots. It's great. I also got her spayed there because it was half the cost of any other standard vet. So I decided that I was going to take care of her properly, even if it was me trying to save money at every turn. I wanted to take care of her properly. And so that also meant that whenever she wasn't feeling well, when she wasn't acting like her normal self, I would take her into to our standard vet. I would pay them 50 bucks to tell me that she's okay and that she just has a tummy ache. She might have heartburn. But it made me feel better because I knew that she was getting taken care of properly. Well, about a year ago, I was required to wear an ugly Christmas sweater for work, and I remembered last minute, and I could not for the life of me find one to buy. So at Target, they had a make your own ugly sweater kit, and it had these little guys. This is one that I pulled off of my sweater to show the vet, but my cat loved them. They are shiny, they are sparkly, they're little. Oh my goodness, they were her favorite things ever. Just ever, her favorite things. She doesn't like normal cat toys. She likes catnip, but the catnip mice she could care less about. I tried to buy her some other ones that are bigger and safer for her from the pet store. Doesn't touch them. Hair ties, she will play with all day long. I have a wooden bracelet that's an arm cuff. It's pretty big. Plays with it all day long. I don't understand why she doesn't like normal cat toys, but because we found a toy that she really, really liked, we let her play with them. The sweater kit came with a lot of them. We let her play with them. Well, I was scooping her litter box one day and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? Because there's a puff in her litter box. She had eaten one and it had gone all the way through. And I'm like, Cat, no wonder you haven't been feeling well. I can cancel the vet appointment, but I mean, Cat, what is wrong with you? Why are you eating these? And then about a month after that, about a week and a half ago, she ate another one. And I'm sitting there and I'm painting and I hear her start gagging and my boyfriend jumps up out of his chair and I'm like, huh? What? And she had swallowed it. So I immediately call my vet and I'm like, hey, what can I do? And they're like, well, she passed it before. She should probably be okay. You know, it's kind of difficult to make a cat throw up on command. So yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, what are warning signs I should look out for? She's like, well, lethargy, not eating, vomiting bile, you know, all of like your basic, like major red flag type stuff. So I was like, okay, everything will be fine. Well, it wasn't. Because we just got back from the emergency vet. So I think it was Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. And I'm filming this on Monday. On Friday night, I give her a scoop of food. She's really good about knowing the words show me, where if she comes up and she looks at me and she makes this certain face and I go, show me, what is it? Show me. She'll walk me over to whatever it is that she wants. So there are times when she'll walk me over to the closet because she wants to play with her toys. She wants me to play with her. There are other times where she'll walk over to the balcony doors that I'm sitting in front of and say, hey, I want you to open the window. There are other times where she'll go into the bathroom and be like, you didn't scoop my box today and I'm not okay with it. And then most of the time it's because she wants food and I didn't realize that her bowl was empty. Well, she walked into the bathroom and then looked at her bowl and then up at me and then over at her bowl and then up at me and then walked over to the cabinet where we keep her food and then just kind of looked at it and then looked at me. And she had a few pieces of food left in her bowl, but like 3 little kibble bits. So I decided to give her a scoop of food. Well, she hadn't eaten it that morning, but I was running really, really late and I just glanced at her food bowl. I didn't realize it. She still has food there. Awesome. And I left. Well, I come home Saturday night and she doesn't greet me at the door, which is super strange for her. My boyfriend is out of town. He left Friday morning and he's going to be back later tonight. And so it's really, really weird for her to not greet me at the door when I'm the only person at home. There have been times where, because we have a window right next to our front door, and she'll be standing in the window underneath the blinds waiting for me. And she'll see me open the door and then she'll come running around the corner and want me to snuggle with her. That's really normal for her whenever I'm the only person at home. And she didn't do that. I was walking around and I'm like, Gremlin, where are you? Gremlin, are you okay? And I see her poke her head out from under the bed. And I go, that's a little bit odd. But I was so focused on something else that I didn't realize how big of a red flag that was. Because she has never, ever done that before. My boyfriend and I have recently been arguing about the state of our apartment, that it's really messy. And because I had Sunday and Monday off, I really wanted to surprise him with a clean apartment. You know, I was literally going to scrub the bathroom. I was going to wash all of the dishes. I was going to organize everything, vacuum twice, you know, make everything super, super clean so that way when he comes home, I can go, hey, look, everything is clean. We can stop arguing now. And so I was cleaning in the bathroom after work until about 11. And I come out and I see that her water cup, because we have little cups of water scattered about for her water cup is halfway empty. And I thought that that was awesome. So, because I had just refilled it, and I went over and I dumped it out and I refilled it again. Well, about 15 minutes after that, it's like 11:30, 11:45, she throws up. And it's just water. It's just the water. There's no bile. It's just clear liquid. It smells disgusting, but that's it. And then she does it again, a second time. And so I call my vet, even though I know they're not open, and they say, hey, we're not open. You should call this place instead. And so I did. They're open 24/7. They're an emergency vet. They're a pet ER. And I called them and I was like, hey, what should I do? I know that my normal vet opens in literally 12 hours. What can I do? Is there anything that I should look out for? Does she need to come in? And the vet tech was like, well, honestly, I would consider bringing her in if she throws up again. And I went, awesome, that's definitely what I'm gonna do. So I stayed up until 1 in the morning watching her to make sure that she was okay, because she kept taking small drinks of water and was fine. And I picked her up and I brought her into the bedroom at 1 in the morning. And she was upset that I picked her up, but that wasn't anything new for her. So I put her on the bed, and I have such a massive amount of anxiety at this point that it's hard for me to go to sleep. So I start watching a movie. And 30 minutes into the movie, I am almost falling asleep. No, not even 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes into the movie, and I pause it because I'm so tired that the movie is keeping me awake. So I roll over and I try to go to bed. But my mind can't slow down, so I stay and I lay there awake for what seems like forever. And I hear her throw up. And I get up and I go, all right, let's go to the emergency vet. I had literally planned for this. I had clothes set out. I had her crate all up, and I pick her up, I shove her in her crate, I change out of pajamas, and I go. And we get there, and I tell the vet tech about it, and while I'm talking with the vet tech about her personal history, like what I feed her, you know, what do we think could be up with her, things like that, the vet comes into the exam room and says, hey, I think I should x-ray her. And I go, okay, awesome, x-ray her. Just no second thought. How much is that going to cost? Awesome, go and x-ray her. Well, after I was done talking with the vet tech, the standard vet came back in, and she said her stomach doesn't feel super uncomfortable. She just looks like she has poop in her intestines, which is what's supposed to be there. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned. We gave her some subcutaneous fluids and an anti-nausea medication, so she should be okay. And at this point, it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I go, awesome, so does that mean that I can take her home because the vet is going to open in 8 hours? And she goes, yeah, she should be fine, and if she isn't, bring her back, because we will be here for you, which was really nice to hear. And so I pay my fee and I come back home, and it's 5 in the morning. And at this point, I am so awake. I'm so awake that I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I try to clean, but I can't. So I just go on my computer and veg out with the internet.